Good evening. The attorney representing the family of Amanda Wienckowski believes he may be a step closer to having the woman's death investigated as a homicide. Senior correspondent Rich Newberg joins us here in the studio with the latest now. Rich?
Well, Amanda's body was found in a garbage tote in Buffalo last year. Erie County is backing its medical examiners who determined that she died from a drug overdose. But the county is now willing to turn over tissue samples from an autopsy to a West Coast pathologist who has been brought into the case by the family. The family of Amanda Wienckowski is pressing its belief that Amanda was murdered. A second autopsy claimed to show injuries that might be consistent with strangulation, but tissues from the first autopsy are required to complete the second look. Erie County Health Commissioner Dr. Anthony Bellatier says the county will cooperate with the family.
We will continue to cooperate fully with the family. Our job is not to fight with the family. Our job is to actually help the family, help them bring closure to this.
Former Buffalo cold case investigator Dennis Delano has suggested a cover-up in the case. Attorney Steve Cohen says a medical ruling of homicide would step up the investigation into Amanda's death.
Pursue this. There's more to this than meets the eye.
It had to be very shabby, the original autopsy, to not catch all of these injuries, if that's what happened.
But News 4 medical analyst Dr. Peter Ostro, a pathologist, reviewed the first autopsy report and photographs from the second autopsy and found no sufficient evidence to suggest strangulation.
There are no injuries in the organs of the neck that would go along with strangulation. There also aren't the tiny little hemorrhages that one would see in other parts of the body.
At the time of our autopsy, there was no evidence to conclude that she died of a homicide.
Now, even though Amanda's cause of death is listed as a drug overdose, Buffalo homicide investigators are now looking into this case, and I'm told Amanda's family wants access to city and county records in the case. Attorneys for the family, city, and county will meet for a conference with a judge on Monday to determine the next step in a case that is far from over. Reporting live, Rich Newberg, News 4 at 5:30.
Thanks, Rich.